Hi, this is Marty Glickman speaking for Sports Champions, and I'm talking with the captain of the Pittsburgh Pirates, second baseman Bill Mazeroski. Bill, you weren't a great fielder all your life. Was this skill at fielding something that you had to work hard to attain, or did it just come along naturally?
Well, Marty, I think that you have to have a certain amount of ability, but you have to make the most of the ability you have. And I think that when I was a youngster, that all I did was, I lived on a farm, and all I did was I had a brick wall behind the house, and I'd get a rubber ball and I'd throw it up against the brick wall, and I'd catch it day after day after day, hour after hour. And I think this helped me the most of anything that's helped me in baseball is for my fielding. Just practice after practice on the bumpy ground catching a rubber ball.
Did you model yourself after anyone, Bill?
No, I didn't try to do that. I just went out and I practiced every day and just tried to catch the ball the best I knew how.
Well, the most difficult play for the second baseman to make is the double play pivot, and you're one of the very best in the business of making that play. Is there any particular knack to it?
Well, there is. I mean, first of all, you've got to get a good throw from the shortstop or the third baseman. But there's a few different ways to make the double play that makes it easy. Now, I step on the bag with my left foot and take a real short crossover step with my right foot and plant it about 2 feet on the other side of the bag with my body leaning towards first base. And then as soon as my foot is planted, I catch the ball while my left foot is on the bag. And as soon as I plant my left foot or my right foot on the other side of the bag, I throw all in one motion.
Well, Bill, do you, as the second baseman, seek to know what the pitcher is throwing to the hitter on every pitch?
Yes, Maury, I think it's very important to know that if in case a pitcher is throwing a fastball, you don't move around. We'll say a right-hand hitter is hitting, you don't move around to the right as much. Whereas if he's throwing a changeup, you take a couple steps to the right and watching for him to pull. And if he's throwing a fastball, maybe you don't move. Maybe you move a step to the left, depends on who's hitting. So you should know the signals.
How do you find out the signs?
Well, the catcher gives a sign, and from second base or shortstop, you can see him very easily. And even sometimes if you relay the signs to the outfielders because they want to know what's coming, and in some way you'll give a hand signal to the outfielder what kind of pitch is coming.
As a young ball player, did you play second base all the time, or did you move around and play different positions in baseball?
No, Marty, I was primarily a shortstop, and I played a lot of shortstop in high school, and in fact my first year in organized baseball was shortstop.
Well, let's think back to 1960. You hit one of the most dramatic blows in World Series history. Your ninth-inning home run off Ralph Terry in the 7th game won the series for the Pirates over the Yankees. What were your first thoughts when your bat made contact with Terry's pitch?
Well, when I first hit it, I thought that, well, this ball is not going to be a home run. I know I hit it good, and I feel that it's going to be up against the wall, maybe a double or triple. So I thought it'd be over Barrow's head and hit the wall. So I started running hard. And when I looked up after I rounded first, and I saw that the ball was going over the fence, I just didn't know what to do. And I got all excited and started jumping around. And this is probably one of the biggest thrills I'll ever have, and I don't ever hope to have another like it.
Well, then you crossed home plate, and what happened then?
Well, I got mobbed, and it must took me 5 minutes to get from home plate to the dugout, which is about 20 feet. And I felt like I carried about 50 guys with me.
Many young ball players go out to the ballpark real early to watch major leaguers warming up and going through infield drill. What would you suggest they look for when they watch the major leaguers in infield drill?
Well, I'd try to watch and see how they fielded the ball, see how they bent over and how their legs were situated, and whether the body was in front of the ball and just how it was in front, whether it was an arc or straight up, and how they reached out to grab the ball, and how they threw the ball from the position they were.
How do you put the tag on the runner?
Well, I try to reach out with my glove hand, the ball in the glove hand, reach out as far as I can, and as soon as he starts his slide, and I start to give with his feet as they're coming in. Because if you just jam your glove right down into his spikes, he's going to cut you or ruin your glove or knock the ball out of your hand. So this way you've got to be real relaxed, reach real out, reach way out, and as soon as he slides and his first contact is made, just give your hand gives with his spikes. And this way he won't knock the ball out of your hand.
Sometimes you play back of the shortstop who takes the throw from the catcher. Sometimes you take the throw from the catcher. How do you determine that beforehand?
Well, this is on a signal from the shortstop or the second baseman, whoever's giving the signals, and depending on the batter. We'll say a right-hand hitter is hitting. So and he's a pull hitter. So myself or the shortstop will give a signal like a mouth signal. Open mouth is me, and a closed mouth is the shortstop. So I get the signal that I'm covering. So on this pitch, I'm covering. Now on the next pitch, maybe it's a different type of pitch. You're trying to pitch him outside, so it's the shortstop job to cover. And that's who takes the throw. In case he hits it, you're covered on the side he hits it.
Bill Mazeroski of the Pittsburgh Pirates.